to introduce our guest speaker, Reverend Donna Lopez. Reverend Lopez was ordained at Harmony Grove Spiritualist Association in 2007. She is the author of ETS, Energetic Transmissions Through Spirit Photography, 2nd edition, whereby the nature of reality and the pool of realities we coexist with revealed themselves to her through her connection in meditation and spirit photography. Many who have read the book have experienced the downloads, had wonderful experiences as the book's energy imparts. ETS, Energetic Transmission Sessions, is a YouTube channel by Reverend Lopez, where she shares weekly messages and energy forecast channeled messages for the month. She also does ETS Zoom sessions where she works with the energy transmissions where participants can experience relief from pain, open to new pathways in consciousness, and expand their energy fields to new heights. She loved the work of healing, being with her family, spirit family, and everyone who shares the path. Please hand together to a warm welcome to Reverend Donna Lopez.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. I was telling you it was cold in here, now of course it's warm, which I know it would be. You know, funny, I had a hard time warming up this morning because I like my house kind of cool. You know, and that heater's on, sometimes it gets in your sinuses, but then it took forever to get warm today. So, anyways, how's everybody doing? Good. All right, fantastic. Nice to see everybody here. Martha, hello. Miss you. All right. So, the talk they gave me is kind of wordy. It's long, you know, and some of it's funny, and some of it I have to slow down and make sure I get the words they gave me through exactly as they gave them. But this talk is, I titled it, You Are Loved. So it has to do with worthiness, self-worth, things of that nature, all right? So it says, you are loved. Let's get ready for some new beginnings. Beginning to get it. Beginning to not want to try if you don't get it. Realizing that one's worth is solely, S-O-U-L-Y, with oneself is an understatement. It is all there is. The underlying issue is needing worth. Now think for a minute, what for yourself, if you were to ask that question, what makes you feel worth within yourself? Or how do you see it? How do you feel it displayed in your environment around you, etc.? There's no need, for you came in with this worth, this God self. That is your worth. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, right? However, your circumstances may have held you back from knowing it is, was, and will always be the direct link to the all. The one, the only light-generating energy. One time long ago, you knew you were this, but with one lifetime after another, your sense of self faded into whatever conditional space you were trying to function within. You see, they say it's not without, it's within. So once one confuses what's without as within, the train has left the station. It's not out here. Life's many teachings have guided you out of yourself only to guide you back to self. A self-realization that we are the one with the divine light, the source of all knowing. Becoming confused so often with an image or a lack thereof has sent you on a roundabout of confusing yourself with something temporary rather than that which has never left you. So many of you have felt like you don't belong here, that you're from another place. Anybody ever had that feeling? I used to have that one a whole bunch. Another planet, another realm, or another reality. When all along it's you. You miss the you that is loved, just for love's sake. No one takes this from you. Many have tried or have pretended to be bolder or smarter. There is no one as aligned as the light, nor as the way. Many walk different paths to discover and understand themselves or others. Often to integrate the many ways there are to be in each place you've inhabited, or to understand cultures, climate. We hear that word a lot right now, huh? How's the climate? What's the climate like? And it's not talking about the weather, of course, you know? When you visit these other cultures and ways, though, the climate can be very different. It can be very soft, slowed down, relaxed, mañana. It can be, I'll get to it when I get to it. It's a good feeling. So, often to integrate the many ways there are to be in each place you've inhabited, or to understand the culture's climate and understanding, so that many that have been given this chance to incarnate might have something to share about life and living in a soul-reflected way. Because the way that we live and are reflects how our soul lives within us. How, if it's allowed to live within us, if it's allowed to flourish, it's definitely with us, but we have to really integrate and allow it to blend in a little better, make friends with it. You know, the spirit is the light switch, right? Okay? Now the soul, that's the aspect of you, though, that says, hey, integrate me with the light switch, okay? But we're going to go through this third dimensional reality, or whatever reality base you incarnated into, other planet realities, etc. You're there to learn something. Your soul's there to guide you on that learning. And the spirit is there to keep you attuned to the safety switch. The soul is understanding, the spirit is kind, and the light is consistent. So give yourself understanding. Be kind to you so you can be kind to others, and absorb the light to be that beacon who without words shares so much. We need you to be you, to allow your foibles and mistakes to teach you, help you laugh at your seriousness and how silly it is to make something so temporary permanent. Life never stands still. It is energy in motion. So keep it going, attuned to where your energy wants to take you. So far, if it's not nailed down in my house, it's not there. I've been just following my energy, and it's just been clearing, decluttering, changing, shifting, everything. I have the best God story, so I'm going to tell it right now. I showed Betty my office, and she was like, oh, yeah, it's tight in here. Because it had become kind of a drop spot for a lot of things. It's also my place, though, where I meditate, where my books are, where everything's at. And I had been feeling this strong impulse that I've got to get the books out of the closed shelves I had them in and have them out. They have to be out. They have to be out. I want them around. I want to sit in there, and I want to have them because I love books. I've loved books since I was a child. I mean, it takes me forever sometimes to read because I'll start reading some and then I'll just sink right in and daydream a little while, you know, and then it's like, oh yeah, where was it? Go back in. Because I'm kind of always feeling it and letting it live inside of me. And those are just some of the best. So, you know, my desk, I told Betty, I wanna change that desk, cause my desk was so low, and I have the only window I have in that room, and I want it to be up high enough to look out that window better. I just need the light, I need to see what's around me. And I'd seen this beautiful desk at Costco, really nice, lifts up and down, has those lights around and all this, and you know, what I had was really this high, it was so tiny, and I just was like, and I couldn't roll around it because I got it too crowded in there. There wasn't any space. You know, space has a lot in it. And sometimes we don't appreciate space. You know, we feel sometimes more comfortable in our stuff and things, especially when people age, they tend to, it makes them feel not lonely or alone, and it has all the memories and things of that nature, you know. So anyways, my husband and I were in there putting this desk together, because I'd even squared out a map of how I'm gonna arrange things. You know, I'm gonna do a map of the room, just like we were taught when we were kids. You know, where's the doorway, where's this, where's that? So I drew out my little thing, and I was thinking, oh, where do I move this? So I thought, well, okay, I knew the one piece that I wanted to pull away at least. And so I pulled that one out. So now there's more books on the ground, because these are gonna be out somewhere. And I thought, okay, we'll do that, and all of a sudden it did start to shift pretty nice. But my husband and I needed room to make this desk, we make the desk, and as we're making the desk, and I had like, Spirit, I don't know why you're giving me this desk or why you're wanting me to do this, but this is interesting for me. I feel, because it felt like, oh, something new's coming, something different. What am I gonna do at that desk? What do they want me to have it for? You know, because I could tell it was like, they want it for something good, you know, and it felt really nice. And so as we're in there putting it together, I was getting this thinking, oh wow, you know, I think some good ETS healing sessions are gonna come out of this, you know, and I just had that feeling. And so the way that my office is, it's an aspect of the garage. My garage, we have a garage area, but I also have a laundry room, and then my office is right there. And then there's, of course, with the laundry room, there's the side to go out. So it had that open on the side of the door there where you go out to the patio. And my door was open in the office, and all of a sudden, this hummingbird flies in through that door, through my door into the office, and it's just like tweeting and everything, and goes up right up to the window. It's like, and I'm like, oh God, I don't want to, you know, let me be safe with you. I don't want to hurt you, you know. And so I grabbed it. My husband's like, wow, you know, my spirit teacher's named Little Bird, okay, and he comes in as a hummingbird. And when I do circles at my house, he'll come to the sliding glass and like be right there, like, hey, we're ready, we're happy, are you ready? And even when I've done my readings in my room there for people that I do, they'll come to the window right there and just kind of, you know, talking to me. And so I grasped it and I took it out and let it go, and I was like, oh God, that was just the best. So that was my husband, it's funny because he wakes up with a song in his head now, or he'll hear things. I used to call him at work, and we laugh about it all the time, because I would get a little bit of some sort of song they were giving me, and I'd go call him and I go, he's at work now, you know, but he works at doing CAD work at a computer. He's retired now. And I go, hey, I got this song, and I go, yeah, it's like, you know, barely anything, right? He goes, he would know the song right away, from hardly a word or just a barely, like, I can't sing really well, right? I wasn't trying to, I was just giving him the melody, and right away he would get it. Just like, that's it, that's the song. Because they were always give me a song in the morning and tell me the message for my day. This is how your day will be, this is what we want you to be mindful of. So he's been getting a lot of this too now, you know, and leaning in a lot more with spirit. You know, I read for a lot of people, and still somebody, I want my soulmate, you know, it's like, first you have to be your soulmate. Mate with you first. And when you love you, and when you like you, and when you can forgive you, and you can hold yourself when you're shamed, when you can hold yourself when you're hurting, when you can hold yourself when you maybe coulda, woulda, shoulda done better, and you knew better, but you didn't. You know, that's how we learn to be soulful and love ourselves. That helps you draw to you somebody, but that person isn't what people think it is many times. They think it's somebody that wants to skip to Maloo with you on your path the whole way. It's not. They're skipped a Malone off somewhere else, and you know, you're doing you and they're doing them, and then and then for others though, it is a very much a synchronistic thing. It's very different for everyone. But, you know, so I've never tried to force this on him or my kids, but our conversations were always, did you have any dreams? And it's really funny because my daughter and her husband, my grandson Mateo is 3, and they ask him every morning, did you have any dreams? And so I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know she integrated that, you know, because you know, we knew that dreams guide us, they teach us, they're showing you something, and that is the connections, you know. So anyways, that was a wonderful, wonderful experience. So life never stands still. It is energy in motion, so keep it going, attuned to where your energy wants to take you. What standards have you set up that made you miss you in the equation? Like, remember, Spirit knows you. He knows you. She knows you. It knows you better than you know yourself. For you are the center, the consistency, the hope, the challenge, and the opportunity at all times. God didn't make us to do what we're not good at. You know, they can, it can take any icky aspect of you and go, well, wait a minute. Who'd you meet when you were in that? How did you learn to like yourself? Or did you ever learn yet? Have you learned yet? It can teach you so much, and some of those places are your treasures. So don't discount every narrow road you've been down. No matter the outside reflection, know the peace that surpasses all understanding is with you always in all ways, ready to navigate what seems unnavigatable. Do not get mixed up in the issues at hand. Pick up what needs picking up. Open doors where you can. Help those with less. Feed the hungry, clothe those without, and always be kind to yourself at all times. You will, and you do make mistakes, and sometimes they're big ones, where you find it hard to be forgiving with yourself. Do not get engaged in entanglements, scenarios, or conditional acceptance. Forgive, to let go, and keep your head up high. For being humbled, one learns to be more understanding of others. You know, Spirit's listening all the time. Our little daydreams of like analyzing somebody else's life, or why is this like that, or that's that, or this is this, and they're kind of trying to wake us up, wake up to the train of thought you're in, so that we don't have to be humbled and learn it ourselves, you see. We need you to focus on your good qualities, enrich others with that. Remember the qualities you don't find good, i.e. the bad ones, are there to remind you to mind your own business, for you've got a lot of work to do. I do find those times it's a distraction, and it's a distraction from not knowing what you should be doing or what would be fun for you or what you want to be doing right now. We don't have to be in the doingness. We can be in this space of just allowing, listening, slowing down. Situations are temporary, so to dwell is useless. It uses up your usefulness to be an addition to the sphere of life. We don't want you forcing yourself to be kind or to help. Spirit will light up the areas that need assistance. Remember, if you're not helping yourself, you cannot help another. Spirit wants you to care for your needs and to laugh, to play, to work with enthusiasm for what a new day or hour may share with you. Be like a child, you know, kids go out and they'll get mad or something, then they'll come in and, you know, and then next minute they're back right out with the same little friends doing whatever, or doing the activity that they felt they weren't good at. They just get right back at it. Each moment is precious, for one is not here for long, but one is always eternally wherever they are. So for eternity's sake, let's have fun. Home is where your heart is, so please make your temple inhabitable. If one is grouchy, uneasy, or restless, it can make a day so long. If one does one task a day, if even for a few minutes, the light of having had an opportunity to help, you will incline your disposition to lighten up. We feed you new thoughts daily. Please lift up to hear, see, and anoint yourself with the love coming through. For now, we're easy on you, but the times will come when we will push, when we will expect your self-discipline to be reflected outward to serve the needs of those around you. Please do not forget the animals, the plant life, the waterways, for significant changes can disrupt these helpers. Be mindful of it all. We are present in your days, enjoying you, all enjoying you is our most pleasant time. Know the ancestors on the other side of life are working tirelessly to communicate and help you. A thank you and acknowledgement to them goes a long way in feeding their souls. We help where we can and we step back when necessary, says the ancestors, okay? Only you can search you or know you. Know thyself. Teach what you preach with your life each day as it speaks volumes to others. In the silence, much is heard. Sit with us a while so we can touch in and recharge your energy, realign your thoughts, and nudge you forward. With so much love and understanding, one feather and your team of light. Now he shares, hope isn't a calling. The calling is in the hope. It forces one to know they too are small but mighty, that one can overcome and be of value to others. Please, thank you, and I love you go a long, long way. God, one feather. So thank you all very much.